Welcome back to the show and good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm joined here in the studio with a couple of special guests with Doyle Richmond and Duke. And Duke Richmond, I assume? Or
No, I was adopted. My
you
real
were,
name
okay.
is Schwartz.
Okay, good. And well, anyway, welcome both.
Yes.
Good morning to you guys. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
in here. How was the holiday for you guys? What did you end up doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Again, I spent the 3 days with his brother over in Buena Vista. That was quite nice.
We did meet up at A Base and did a little ski day on that snow. If you remember, it came down pretty good for.
I did hear that we had a good snow
got
day.
a couple
during
inches.
that time,
It felt like when we were out there on the slopes.
Yeah, I was really disappointed. I missed that one. That was a time when I was out of town for the holiday myself.
Yeah.
But it's looking good, and the conditions still holding up there.
Yeah, it's been beautiful the last couple
nice.
of days. So yeah.
Now, Duke, you're no stranger to Summit County. You've been coming out here.
I've
for
been
years.
coming up here with some frequency, ever
Yeah.
since the boys came up here. So, what does that make it, 20 years, something like
20
that?
plus years, yeah.
And have you been out here before they moved?
No, we started our early skiing in Sun Valley, and we didn't start coming up to Summit until Earl was working as an intern at Breckenridge. That's what got us
About 25 years
readjusted.
ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
That's
what
what
when I
so
could
you've seen a
still
lot of
ski.
changes happen around here.
Yeah. See, now the only skiing I can do is operate skiing.
Okay, and that's some of the best skiing too.
Yes,
that's,
it
that's
is.
something I
For me,
enjoy
certainly.
about the day. Yeah, absolutely. I'd rather just see you come down while I am in one place. That's okay with me too.
I can ride in a gondola.
Yeah, exactly. It's a no skill activity too.
There you go. Well, it depends.
Yeah.
You got to remember when they open the door, you're supposed to get out.
Yeah, that's. Well, you can just keep laughing. I'm sure, you know.
A couple
They'll
years
let-
later,
they'll let you
you know,
stick
I'll
around.
have a long beard and all that. You know.
Well, you've seen a lot of changes occur then in Summit County.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the things that you may have seen that is kind of more noticeable you've seen in terms of growth here.
I don't think in terms of traffic, but in terms of restaurants and that sort of thing, places to shop. I have a lot of comfort there. I mean, when you're up in Sun Valley, there wasn't any more to do up there all those years.
I think what Ty's asking about, I mean, from a real estate standpoint,
Sure.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there's been a lot of development over in Breckenridge. I mean, Main Street Breck has been Main Street Breck, and it's had different shops and a little facelift
Right,
here
things
and
kind of
there.
turn over each year.
But there's been a great development up, if you want to talk about developments over a number of years, La Cima, and then you got the water dance area and stuff like that. And then down in Keystone, for example, the whole village area there that's been developed, and a number of great townhome areas in there, and same thing with Copper. So if you look at it 20, 25 years, I think that the resorts have kept a lot of their history and the reason why they've been so great for so many people for so many years, but they've also added a lot of different new product on the market and given people an opportunity to be in different areas in those different resorts. And and that's true about Silverthorne and Dillon and Frisco. I mean, they're great too. They've all had little facelifts over time, and I think that inevitably, things will change and will continue to change, but they'll keep a lot of the historic type aspects that are so great about Summit County.
Right, and it's very evident with that, though, with like the tunnel expansion on I-70 to try to alleviate some of that Sunday traffic,
Right.
which you always expect. But that's just a good sign that this community is on that upward trend of growth, and we're seeing more development and kind of how's new home construction or the real estate market?
Yeah, I mean,
at this point today.
from the real estate standpoint, like anything, we had a correction like the rest of the country. We kind of ebb and flow a little bit different than the rest of the national economy and just from the real estate market. I mean, when the market was slowing down in real estate for the whole U.S., we were still kind of growing. Since a lot of the U.S. has been recovering and really growing, like Denver, for example, which is, our Front Range is still 50% of our business. So, you go down to Denver and it certainly does not look like that anything's in a recession down there.
Right.
So we're coming out of that, and we're seeing a lot more activity, and we saw prices stabilize. So you see the activity going up. You see the prices starting to going up. They're flipping through some pictures right here just to kind of show different prices that exist in the Keystone market.
Yeah, and
as
gives you an
example.
idea of what you can find in, especially in the Keystone area, like you said, because that's what the real estate group specializes in. Of course, the county really well in and out. But you see those price ranges, and you can see, though, it doesn't seem right that $100,000 range for condos. Is that really still?
Yeah, that's a good point, Ty. I mean, the prices, I mean, when we're showing up there, we're showing ranges because obviously it's too hard to show every single price of every single
Absolutely.
property out there.
Right.
You're trying to give an idea of the areas. Eventually, you're going to have to spend time with a good realtor that really knows the markets, the ins and outs, and be able to listen to the buyer carefully and find the right properties. But I think what you're kind of alluding to is that it's surprisingly affordable, Summit County, not just Keystone, but
Yeah, for being a resort,
being
market,
a major,
you know.
major ski area, Mecca, Summit County, Copper, Keystone, Breck, they're all going to fall typically in that top 25 resorts in North America year after year after year. Some cases they're in the top 10, depending on how the voting goes and stuff like that. But very caliber resorts, and to have the pricing that we have, when you start comparing it to just stay in Colorado, you compare it to Beaver Creek or Vail or Aspen, Steamboat. I mean, we look like a very good value. When I say
Right.
we, Summit County, Keystone in particular.
Yeah.
There's some great values you can have there. And I think people are happily surprised. And and this market is a market that's turning, as we talked about. The buyers are not missing out. They didn't miss something in the last couple of years. There's still great opportunities, but it is changing. I mean, everyone out there knows that eventually interest rates have to go up. They are still low. Everyone knows that prices are heading that direction. So from a buyer standpoint, now is the time to try to be serious if you're serious. And from a seller standpoint, it's also a great opportunity because our sellers don't have to sell. Our sellers are people that have enjoyed the lifestyle for X number of years. They've either outgrown their place and getting a bigger place, or vice versa. I mean, kids may have grown up and gone different directions, started their own families, and they're downsizing. So there's always a reason for why people are changing properties and exchanging, put them on the market and buying them and selling. But the good thing is there's not a situation here where our sellers have to sell.
Right, they're not trying to get out, which could lead
so that's
to
another thing that's kind of helped hold prices always. So when
Yeah.
you look at those prices and stuff like that, you haven't really, like I said, missed on out. Right now, I think that the prices are low, certainly off of the highs of 2008. But they are starting to head back upwards.
It's a great point there. And if somebody is interested in finding out more about Doyle Richmond and everything that, or in the real estate market for Summit County, best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they'll probably put a banner up there. I'll either put my name up there with my phone number, but a lot of people like to start on the internet, DoyleRichmond.com, so that's easy. They can do a quick search, DoyleRichmond.com, and they can look at any type of property, whether it's Breckenridge, Copper, Frisco, you name it, whatever resort, whatever area, or all of them. And I want to look at the whole Summit County, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, price from $300 to $350. It's going to spit out every single listing.
Great.
And then you're going to be able to peruse through that and then decide, hey, let's call Doyle and Dave and talk about these 5 different properties.
All right.
Why are they what they are, and then that's our job to educate them.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to look at a home right now, Duke, are you going to be present as well to showcase the home?
Yes, I could.
great, perfect,
I'll help him with the walkthrough.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little
Show
bit.
him where the refrigerator is.
That's right. Show them how to operate it. Yeah.
He's a little bit bigger and older and wiser than Chanel. So,
Yeah.
But Chanel's, she'll be there.
But
pretty soon.
both have some great perspectives to bring.
Yes,
in
so
to-
they
to
add a
what I
little
like
bit
about this
added
house
value.
is this. Yeah.
My whole career has been commercial real estate, so I'm not up to speed in the residential like Doyle certainly, but I understand the real estate economy, the ups and downs,
Great.
the cyclical nature of it. Excuse me. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a great
Thank
rest
you.
of your week, and a happy New Year to you both.
Well, thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of your time here, Duke. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
And getting on the slopes this weekend?
Yeah, well, no, actually, we're actually heading out of town. Dave will stay
You're
here,
heading
but
out of
I'm
town?
going to
Okay.
go see some family, Rebecca's family.
Perfect.
So we leave, and I'm taking him too.
Well, safe travels to
Yeah,
you both.
safe travels. We'll
All
leave
right.
on Sunday.
Okay.
But our office will be open, and we'll be answering questions.
Sounds good. All right, perfect. Well, again, DoyleRichmond.com is the website, and we're going to take another break here. Don't forget 2 tickets to A-Base and give you yours, and coming up later in the show for our second Watch and Win, and just more to come on this Saturday edition. We'll be right back.